Hello followers of my YouTube channel. Welcome to today's video. In this video we will see how to prepare soil map as well as lookup table for SWAT model inputs. Yes, in the last video we have seen the land cover map preparation and its lookup table. So in today's video we will see soil map preparation and its database. Therefore to do that you should open a new Arc map and you should add shape file for your study area as well as soil maps of soil maps that you have. To do this, basically preparing those soil map and its lookup similar to that of the land cover. SWAT needs the raster soil map and this lookup table under HRU analysis. That is why we are preparing. And if you are preparing those necessary data, it is very easy to model, or to handle this SWAT model. You know that this SWAT has different parts: SWAT project setup, watershed delineator. If you have a digital elevation model and outlets of your watershed, you can delineate the watershed. But when you are doing this HRU analysis, you should prepare the land cover as you have seen earlier, and also the soil map. We will see it, and we should define the slope from the digital elevation model. And basically it is a reason why we are trying to do or to prepare soil map and it is lookup table. Therefore go to this add data icon under ArcGIS and let us add shape file, or let us add first the shape file for our intended watershed. For this tutorial I would like to use a watershed called Gumera, and this is a shape file, I hope. Yes, this is the watershed, and let us add the shape for soil map here. Soil, actually here is a soil map. Yes, it says Tanasa basin soil. It is this Gumera watershed is under it is a basin of Tana basin. That is why we are using it. Say okay. So you see here is the shape file of the soil type which is found in Gumera watershed. So you should do in such a way. After that you should clip your own soil types in your watershed. For instance, if you see the property of the soil is Tana basin, and if you say add all, apply, then okay, those types of soils are available in Tana basin. Okay, and this Gumera is one part of Tana basin. Now since it is a shape file, you can check the property similarly. It's a shape file, and if you have doing clipping from this soil map, you can do that. or first you can convert this basin to raster, and you can extract or using a mask to get your own soil types. Okay, therefore for instance it is better to use or see that this basin has the properties of the soil on the basin. If you see the attribute table, it is better to visualize in such a way. You see this basin has different soil types. This soil name, as well as the number of layers in the soil, hydraulic soil groups of the soil. Yes, those are layers. Yeah, Z1 means the layer, the depth of layer 1, as it indicates the number of layers is 2. So the first layer, Z1, has 600 millimeter depth, and so we can see different things here, like for instance, for our purpose, basically those things: clay, percent of clay, silt, percent of silt, percent of sand, those are should be, the sum should be 100. Those are required, as well as the rock should be important. And the second layer is has 400 millimeter depth, and this has also it is organic carbon content. By the it is organic carbon content. It is the clay, percent of clay, percent of silt, this one, percent of sand, and rock. But since we have 2 layers, those are the necessary data for our SWAT model. Therefore, you should have those informations. So you should export this attribute data to Excel for your manipulation. Okay, for your manipulation, and you can extract on your own data. Therefore, let us it's better to convert into raster, because when you are doing clipping, it may take a lot of time, or we can let us clip in general. And since this is a shape file, let us clip it. Yes, our input is as a basin soil, and clip feature is using Gomera basin. Let us put this on desktop on our training. Here, let us open a new folder here, and say this is Gomera shape. Okay, Gomera shape. Save, and say okay. So you can do in such a way. Okay, we have finished this clipping of your soil type. If you uncheck this one, this is the soil type in you can zoom it for visualization. Zoom to layer, and let us adjust based on this property here. Categorize by soil unit, add, apply, then okay. You see those types of soil types are available in Gomera watershed. Okay, in Gomera watershed. And if you open the attribute table here, the attribute table, all parameters what we want are there. Therefore, you should just convert this attribute table to Excel. Okay, so to do that, it is better to use Arc toolbox, to use this Arc toolbox. Therefore, go to conversion tool here. Under this Arc toolbox, here is conversion tool. From conversion tool, it says Excel, first one. So I would like to convert table to Excel. Double click here, and our input feature is Gumara shape. It's not Gumara shape. What we are saying is the table here is Gumara shape. Okay, Gumara shape. So go to this Arc toolbox, table to Excel. Here is Gumara shape, and I would like to place the Excel on this new folder, and soil Excel Gumara. Okay, and it is save as type is file. Say save, then click on OK. So we have we will get an Excel that contains information about the soil type of your watershed. And if you go to this desktop, and there is a returning here, and if you open new folder, yeah, this soil Excel Gumara is the information that we convert the table to that of Excel. Therefore, using this table, we can use some macro that help us to prepare this soil type data for SWAT inputs. Basically, this is the soil type what we have converted from the attribute table of Gumara shape. Now this soil type data should be adjusted using a macro. Okay, there is called I hope there is a macro which is called SWAT user soil template. SWAT user soil template. If you open this one, it has around 4 sheets. The first one is readme, the other is soil data, and the third one is this intermediate, and the final is user soil. Therefore, the first thing you should do is input your information on soil data. Okay, on soil data, that means the second sheet. Under the second sheet, you should prepare your soil data in such a way. For instance, these soil IDs added after you have checking your database, yeah, after checking your database. So the first thing is you should add the soil name. For instance, name from your exported name is this one. Yeah, you should insert this name, soil name, this Avri Ali, to say this Avritic Ali Sol. Okay, Ali Sols. And for the second one, that is AVR Luvi, that means Aprotic Livy soil. Okay, Livy soil. In such a way, you should insert the soil name, this name, not this one. It is the soil in it, so you should give this soil name. In such cases, in similar cases, you should insert this soil name, the number of layer. For instance, the number of layer for the first soil type is, from this, the number of layer is 2, and the hydrologic soil group here. The hydrologic soil group is this soil has C types of soil. Basically, those hydrological soil groups may be classified A, B, C, and D. This is based on the infiltration capacity of the soil. So this soil has a hydrological soil group of C. So you should give us here hydraulic soil group is C, and Z1 is similarly, if you see this, Z1 is 600, so you should give 600 here. And the organic carbon content here, organic carbon content, OC1 is, that is organic carbon content, and the organic carbon content for our soil for this one is 3.35. Clay content is 45, yes, and the silt, percent of silt is 32, and percent of sand is 22. You can check that. You should give those things, those informations to this Excel macro. And rock content is 1. Rock content is 1. And when we come to this, the second layer has a soil depth of 400, but the first layer has a soil depth of this much. So you should give for the macro under Z2, the depth should be this one plus 1. I mean this one plus this one, yeah, 600 plus 400 is 1000. Okay, therefore you should give 1000 here. That is why this depth is 1000 in this case. Similarly, you should give organic carbon content of Z2. If you see here, Z2 has 1.94. Can check that, 1.94. Clay content for Z2, silt, sand, yeah. You should insert those things, and you can insert an information that you have, but it may have such formats up to this Z10, up to Z10, but you should insert what you have. Okay, so you should prepare your macro under soil data in such a way, that is similar. Okay, similar. So after you have doing this, you should give this soil ID number. So soil ID number, for instance, if you open some database, SWAT database, let us open some database here. Okay, let us open it, and there is it is a soil, so it's a user soil. Go to this user soil, you see, if you should have see the last number. It is we have a soil up to 2080, therefore I would like to add additional soil to this database, yes, to this database. Therefore I will give a number starting from 281 up to this one, up to the last one. Okay, that is why these numbers are given. It is depending on the number of soil database what we have in the SWAT weather database. Okay, I mean soil database. Therefore you should give this number in such a way. After you have doing those things under soil data, you should go to this readme sheet. Okay, go to this readme sheet, and basically can get or read some information from this, and say that say that form user soil, form user soil, check, click on this one, okay, form user soil, and it says this the user soil data for SWAT is formed, please check sheet user soil, user soil, yeah, it tells as the formed soil data is put on user soil, so say okay and check here, yeah, this is this one is the soil user soil for SWAT inputs, okay, you can see informations, different informations here, yeah, you see that it is the universal soil loss occasion case 3, and soil different parameters are prepared here. After you have preparing this, it needs some adjustment, because this index up to EB, but SWAT needs up to EV, yeah, SWAT needs up to EV, so you should adjust what the SWAT needs. Therefore select this one, this formed user soil in such a way, and select all, yeah, after that copy it, and there is another macro here, it says Ministry of Water and Ministry of Water Resource GA soil user, and I don't like to update it, and you can simply come here and can paste your encoded data, but it has additional cells, yeah, up to EV, yeah. Therefore finally we have prepared our soil database, and now let us copy this one similarly, sorry, select in such a way, and this one copy, go to your database here under user soil, and go to at the bottom, yeah, select it under this and right click, then paste it, okay. You can do your work in such a way. So after you have pasting it, you are telling the SWAT model this SWAT knows that it connects this database with that of the raster soil map. Therefore you should prepare your own soil map as well as lookup table. Therefore you can prepare your map in such a way. After you have preparing those things, you should the final thing is you should prepare a lookup table, okay. You should prepare a lookup table. For instance, if you have for instance this one is Gomara shape, and you should convert this one, yeah, Gomara, then you should convert this Gomara shape to raster, okay, to raster. So let us convert it, conversion tool to raster here, polygon to raster. This one is Gomara shape, and this is value field, and I would like to convert by using not by area, rather you can convert by using soil name, okay, by using soil name, this soil name I would like to convert by using this soil name, and it is raster Guma or raster soil, you can say okay. And you should also adjust this cell size by similar with that of the digital elevation model. For this purpose, let us use as it is. Say okay. Now we have raster this is a raster soil map for our study area. Now open this attribute, open attribute table. You see we have soil name here, we have a value here. Therefore we can prepare a lookup table similar to that of the land use land cover what we have done in the last video. Therefore just you should open a new text document, okay, new in text document. It is soil lookup, and open this one. Similarly, just you can see here it is a value here, say value comma, it is a name, yes, it's a name, and 1 comma, the first value is that is every ali soil. Make sure that the name every ali, the first word a for every, and ali a should be capital, so take care for that. Every ali in such a way, 2 comma every every luvi in such a way. Should take those spellings and their values, okay, corresponding values. You can prepare those things in such a way, okay. I hope it is very simple. It is very simple to prepare, and after you have preparing or adding those values and names in such a way up to the last one, yeah, up to the last one, that is 44 comma verti luvi, okay, verti luv, yeah. In such a way you can say simply save your work, and we have already finished your work in such a way. So I hope it is very simple, and you can work or prepare your own soil as well as this lookup table for your soil map for SWAT model input under HRU analysis. And I would like to say subscribe and share to your friends, and it is enough for today's tutorial. Have a nice time. Bye.